Alright, so hello guys. So now in this video we will see the change, which means now what we are going to do is we are going to call the API and we will see the real application. Alright, in this video. So now to make it work, first what we have to do, we have to design the home page, which is over here. Right now it's just empty. So now what I am going to do is we will call this API which we just created here, this new service. So now to call this API, what we are going to do is after this, in scaffold, after app bar we have a body which will be the body of scaffold, and here what we are going to write is we are going to first initially define one container. Alright, one container. This container will have a child. Alright, so in this child we can have all the API called which we need to do. Alright, so to call the API we are going to use Future Builder, and that way we can call the API without any issue, right? So normally what happens whenever we call the API, we will have to wait, right? So this will be with the help of Future Builder. What it will happen, as soon as we got the data from the API, we will load it there itself. Alright, so what I'm going to do, you will use Future Builder, as you can see as down here. So Future Builder you can put and then enter. Now in Future Builder we'll have to pass some parameter here, such as builder and footer. So first what we are going to do, builder will pass and then control space, we will be using this. Alright, I'll explain you in a minute. So what we are trying to say is that we are going to have one code which will be API or asynchronous. So that what we are doing here. So what is the function which you want to call, you have to mention it here. So in the future what we are going to do is we are going to call the API, right? So we will have to write this API here which we just created here, right? So this will be, what is that function name, get news list. So we can write get news list. Alright, so you may also have to add this new service. Alright, and you can make this function static to get call. Alright, so dot, you will get this because this is not a static function, so you can define this as a static and to get this function. Now you will get this function. Alright, or else you can also do this way also. Let me just do it, and you can create this way, and you may have to import this one. And yeah, so we need to pass one argument also as well for with this one. So what argument we are going to pass? For now we will just pass I don't know, like mobile or something like that. Alright, or you can pass trending also. Let me just pass trending. Alright, keyword. So it will call the API with a, it will go call this API, it will pass this trending keyword, and it will pass this get the API, and then after this you will get all the list of news, and we will store it here. Alright, so we that way it is done. Now once we got the news list, what we are going to do, that we have to do it right here. So first we have to check whether we got the data or not. So that will be inside snapshot. So first snapshot dot has data, we have to check if it has data or not. If has data, then we are what we are going to do, we will check whether if snapshot right dot data. Alright, dot length, I think it's length, right? Has data. Okay, we can do one more thing. What we can do here is that we can store this list in a different list. So what I'm going to do here is that let me just remove this. Alright, for now we will create separate function, store in the list, and then we can do so get news list, or you can control enter to create new method. So here we will get the news. Alright, so we will get all the news. We will create a function to get news list inside this cell. So what I'm going to do, we'll have one global keyword variables for news list, like that. Then we can call it await. Alright, await, and then we can call the news list. Okay, so news service. Alright, where's that news service dot get news list, and then query will be that s. Okay, and since this is await, we have to put async also. Where is that? Yeah, so this news list will be defined on the top, which will be over here, I think. Yeah, so it will be news list of news, and initially you can make it empty also, and we may have to import this one. Alright, so we'll call this function, where's that get news list, and we will get this, and we can return this one also. Alright, Okay, that is done. Now we'll get the list here. So first we are checking, then we will, if it has data, which means this news list also should have data. So then now what we are going to, we'll check this length, whether this length is 0 or not. So dot length equal to 0. If it is 0, that means there's no data, so you can return. All right, center, which will be in the center. Okay, whatever we write here, so sorry, we will write text. Okay, no news found or something like that. This will be in the center of your screen. Okay, all right, so that is done. If it is doesn't have if it has data, it is 0. But now next possibility is if it is not 0, if it is some kind of list of data, so then what we can do is return. All right, what we can return here is we can return list view. All right, so we have to return list of news, right? So that we are going to do here. So control space. All right, so what I'm going to do now here is that I'm just going to return just a list style. Okay, to make it just a simple list style, and then in list style we can have okay, this also has semicolon, so we can have just subtitle or title or something like that. I'm just going to write title text, and then that news list. All right, news list of index will get the first news dot, I'm just going to display title. All right, to check whether it is working or not. Still we are getting this kind of warning because this condition also has to fulfill. So if snapshot has data, we are doing this. Now what if snapshot doesn't have data? So we have to consider that situation also. So what we are going to do, we will also check if it has error or not. So if snapshot dot has error, has error, if it is has error, then we can return. All right, center, which will be the center of the screen, and then text of text of the error. We will display the error here. So dollar. All right, so snapshot dot error we can display here. Okay, so then now if has error is done, else what we are going to do, right? If it doesn't have error and there's no data, which means our list is API is calling, so we can return here circular progress bar, circular. Okay, actually we can keep it in center, then put it in center child. All right, circular. Okay, circular, and then progress bar indicator. All right, so this will do the work. Whew, a lot of work, huh? So this is what should happen. So if has data, we are going to do this. If it doesn't, if it is error, then or else this one. All right, so if it is has data, if its length is 0, you will do this. If it doesn't, length is not 0, we'll start displaying the news. Let me just run the app and let's see what is happening in the application. Oops, yeah, so as you can see, it is loading progress bar, and we got the list of news title. These are the lists of title, and we may also need to fix this bottom issue, which we'll do in some time. So this is how we fetch news. All right guys, so I think that is enough for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.